and it's his in-laws.
Right, exactly. Heidi ho, neighbors.
And when you say...
It's really a house.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's a house, yeah. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Jason Show before the show. I'm Jason.
You good? You was here, Fallon?
Jason.
I like it, yeah.
I'm Jason.
I'm Fallon.
That's
yes.
Fallon. Yeah. What do you have in front of you, Fallon?
More Christmas cards to sign.
That's right. Look
My
at
parents
that.
got theirs in the mail already.
Aw.
Really?
Wow.
That's right. We really do sign them.
My mom was like, I want one. I go, then send in a Christmas card. Deb.
Yeah, Deb, come
Send
on.
in a Christmas card.
Right?
You can slip Deb one.
Ugh.
I don't know. Yeah. Today on the show, look, let's just get to it. Jimmy Jam, live in studio.
Man.
And music archivist. She's a podcaster. She's a Prince expert. Andrea Swinson is here too. She wrote a book about Cornbread Harris, another musical icon. Cornbread is Jimmy Jam's father. You're going to hear the story of how Andrea put Jimmy and Cornbread back together because they were estranged. So, yeah, can't wait for that. Did I get all that detail right? I think so, yeah.
Good hot dish.
Good hot dish.
Did anyone else watch the new Lindsay Lohan movie? Because Bjorn and I did, and we have kind of differing opinions on it.
Mm-hmm. I wanted it to be funnier. It has Kristen Chenoweth as a...
She was...
Yeah.
Really?
I feel like
stepmom.
she was kind of the funniest part. I did also enjoy, without giving anything away, the hallway of photos. And
Oh,
they
yeah,
made
yeah,
that-
You know what I'm enjoying right now?
What?
Is the fact that the sun is perfectly placed where I'm in the sun and you're in the dark.
shadows. Listen, it perfectly fits our roles. I'm the devil on the shoulder.
BB, can you turn up Fallon's beauty light?
Oh, it's fine. We
Just
don't
turn
need
it above her.
Just turn it above her,
You
because,
don't need.
well, trust me. There
Oh.
we go. There we go.
Vampire.
There we go. It's not much
Gremlin.
better, but at least.
Right. Can I complain about something?
Sure, go ahead.
I was at an airport yesterday, and I did mobile order at the...
He was
certain
at Orlando.
coffee chain.
Starbucks.
And you know, it doesn't tell you how long that mobile order will be.
Oh, mine does.
Not before you place it.
Oh, right.
Before you
Not
place
before
it.
you place it. You're right.
Okay, so I had like an hour before my flight. I had not eaten or drank a thing. I mean, I was wasting away.
Understandable, yeah.
So I did my mobile order.
You didn't drink all weekend, actually.
I did my mobile order, and all of a sudden it pops up. Guess how long the wait was? 55 minutes.
What?
And I was like, what?
Oh, it's usually like 5 minutes.
But I'm like, my flight's in an hour.
Yeah,
And you board 45 minutes
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
or half hour before the flight.
yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not going to get it.
Nope.
So then I'm like, well, how do I cancel it? You can't. You can't cancel the mobile order
Really?
Oh, that's
because it was
surprising.
paid for.
Oh, I
guess-
don't like that.
You know why? I bet you can't. Because it prints it out immediately, and
No.
they have this whole line.
No, I get
so,
that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that still doesn't make it.
But
that's
I'm just
not
like,
convenient
well,
for the
so
customer.
why don't they say how long it's going to be before you place the order?
That's a good idea. No,
They
that's
should.
that's good feedback,
Because they
Jeff.
want your money.
So then I went on to chat because, you know, I'm not going to lose $10.
No.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm not. I'm
Probably
listening.
So I went on to chat on the app, and it was like impossible to figure out.
Oh.
I'm like sending a message, and they're like, "You don't have an account." I'm like, "Yes, I do."
I first of all, I'm on your side on this, but you gotta send an email to the manager, obviously, immediately. Get that back. I texted Jason that I had an interesting coffee experience yesterday as well. Okay, and I can't decide. I don't know that I'm in the right here. So I go up, I'm trying to, well, I don't want to give too much away. I go up to a coffee place that they're all set up and it's about to start in 4 minutes. In 4 minutes, this is when the event starts. And Jake and I walk up and we're like, can we grab a coffee? And the two people were like, actually, to like preserve our like energy and mental health, we're gonna wait till we open in 4 minutes. And Jake and I go, okay. And we walked away and I was like, that's the most Gen Z BS I've ever seen in my life, because every other vendor was immediately like, if you went up, they're like, they wanted to make the sale.
Yeah.
It's a small business.
And so
Preserve our what?
it was energy for our mental, and I was like, I am the biggest mental health supporter, and I get
course.
it. Like, you don't want to burn out and stuff, but it was
4
So I
minutes?
went to our table and sat for 4 minutes and then went back and they served me. But I laughed
Oh
so
my God.
Jake and I could not stop laughing. We were like crying.
You
And I was
texted
like,
me.
I'm not mad. Like I can get my wait 4 minutes,
Yeah.
but it made I was like, we didn't go up 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, maybe they have a point. Like I was trying to think, if I was at the state fair and my shift didn't start and people were waiting in line, I was like, no, I would get a picture with the person waiting in line. I wouldn't be like, can you wait 4 minutes for me to preserve my, I don't know. It just made me laugh.
I can't.
Have you gotten the new one that I've heard is, I don't have the bandwidth this week.
Bandwidth is not new.
But that's what I'm saying. But
Oh.
I
But
heard
you're
it like a few
receiving
years
it
ago.
to
Oh.
you. But
But
no
I'm
one
just
says
like,
it to me, though.
You don't have the bandwidth? You're not a computer.
I don't have the
Like-
bandwidth most days.
The only thing I've
Just say, no, I don't have time. Thanks.
Yeah, that
Fine.
helps. One thing I've said is like if people started emailing me to book things next year, I've said I'm not booking anything until it's actually next year because it's too far out.
Next year.
Yeah, I got someone asked me to host an event in like April, and I'm like, it's
Oh,
too early. I don't can't
no.
commit that far out because of course there's nothing on my schedule yet for April. But I also was like I need to wait until the new year and see where my mind is a little bit.
Do you
But
ever-
if you would like to book us for events, just go to.
Do you ever feel guilty that you're not as busy as everyone? Like when someone's like, "Oh, every weekend in December is busy," I'm like, "I'm free."
I have kids.
I got
don't have
nothing.
I always have something with her. I feel like
Oh,
that's what fills my time up.
I had a great conversation with your daughter Olive on FaceTime on Saturday night.
why are you
Jason-
calling her daughter?
Jason FaceTimed me, and he was receiving an espresso martini from the bartender, and Olive came down like a bat upside down over the phone to see Jason.
My favorite was Fallon goes, Olive, you're gonna make biscuits with Jason one day, and Olive goes, do I have to go somewhere?
She's my daughter. She doesn't like leaving the house.
I laugh so. Do I have to go somewhere?
Well, when
No,
it's-
Olive, I'll come to
She
you.
doesn't have the bandwidth.
She doesn't have bandwidth, number one. But she also doesn't understand time. So if you say like next week, she'll be like in the morning, and you're like no, and I'll be like next week, and she'll be like today. So time does not exist for a 5-year-old. So she didn't want to leave at that moment to make
I get
biscuits.
it.
Then she opened her mouth and wanted to show me the ice cube or something she had in her mouth.
Yeah, she really gave you a full.
She did a full experience. Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for us. Watch us live or later on Tubi, YouTube, Fox Local. Sorry.
Just
I got in
back
late
out.
last night. I know, I'm a little,
Yeah, you texted me like 4. You're like, I'm getting to the airport now. I'm like, ah.
I know. Jeff
Wow.
I was
got,
at the airport at 6 a.m.
yeah.
7 a.m.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
left Saturday because I like to have like I worked the Christmas thing yesterday, but I always like to have like one day to
No,
recover.
I was supposed to be on the 3 o'clock. Then Delta called me asking if I would volunteer to go on the 6 o'clock.
As tribute.
Yeah.
As tribute with a $400 travel voucher.
Cha-ching,
And I'm like,
cha-ching.
yep. So I called Jeff, and Jeff's like, damn it, you always get these. And then listen to this. I lucked out again because the 3 o'clock was delayed, got to Minneapolis 15 minutes before my flight. So those poor people were sitting
Oh.
For
at
almost 3
MCO
hours.
for like 3 hours. So,
That
yeah.
stinks.
Meanwhile,
They need more food options at MCO.
yeah, our terminal
Just advice.
our terminal at Orlando is not, the Delta terminal is not good. They need more options. You had to eat a hot dog, didn't you?
I went to Nathan's Famous for my breakfast then because of my 50-minute wait at the other place.
That's rancid.
And it was an
I
egg
like
and
that for
cheese.
you.
I would rather have a hot dog.
What's your favorite thing that you ate with us at Walt Disney World?
I gotta say that charcuterie platter
Ooh,
Oh.
at the Coronado,
Oh.
even though it had a lot of goat cheese,
Oh, yeah.
it was the
I would
Dahlia
like that.
Lounge. We made
I-
a friend,
I ate
nice.
it.
Juan.
Oh, hi.
Are we
Oh,
doing
yeah. I saw
car
him on the.
with her?
Did
Yeah.
you see? Were you jealous at all that I went kayaking with manatees?
We could not have cared less. We were literally drunk at a theme park, and we're like, look
No.
at her being athletic.
It was. I
It-
thought
it looked
I was,
beautiful.
I was stuck in the kayak. I was with Olive. Let me tell you who doesn't paddle.
A
5-year-old.
She's
You
a
are your
5-year-old.
So
to paddle?
Jake and Dylan with their bulging biceps. My sister
Why
is
wouldn't
like
you
laid
switch?
back while her husband. Because it was Dylan's birthday, and I felt like he should get to ride with his dad and not me
Oh.
complaining in the background. And so it was just me and all of them, like,
Pull your weight, kid.
I know.
Don't the manatees knock the boat?
No, and you see at the end, the last 20.
They're not great whites. They're sea cows.
They're very
violent.
gentle. No, they're very
Oh.
gentle. They wouldn't. They don't.
No, they're
they
not
have
violent.
Speaking of sea
predators.
cows, right here.
The last 20 minutes, did you see the video? She just slept. She slept in it.
Oh.
Aw.
How long is the ride?
Not that long. Well, we stopped and watched the manatees for quite some time.
Oh.
Oh, Lord.
What do they do?
They just
So
come
nice.
up and they fart and they like tons of bubbles come out and it made me
That's what
laugh.
Jeff did in the
Sea
pool.
sea cow.
It was so cute.
Jeff did that on Splash Mountain.
Aw.
Bye, everybody.
Visual.